up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome into Pregaming here on Sports Money. Bear with me as I send this message out. Hope everyone is doing well. Had a nice Christmas, good holiday season. We are underway with one of my favorite weeks in the sports betting world. We have tons of college football going on. We got some meaningful bowl games. We got the college football playoffs, the NFL, the NHL, the NBA, college hoops, the whole gamut in front of us here. And that means it's money-making season. So I'm ready. I'm excited for it. We got ourselves a big night this evening. I don't know what's going on with Twitter. I don't know why Twitter's gumming things up right now, but it's okay. It is okay. I'm ready though. I'm excited for this card. I'm excited for the NFL game this evening, Monday Night Football. Another chance to go live and get some cash. Cash we did last night. We've been on fire with these primetime games, man. Man, oh man. Totals, sides, player props, you name it. We've been firing on it. Last night, it was a little sweaty, but the 49ers came through. Went 3-1 yesterday with the pre-show flops, the pre-show picks out there with the Sunday betting blitz show with my guy Shark. It was nice, very nice, very nice. Had a nice day overall. Wonder what these folks want. Bear with me.
Michael, this is Liberty.
Hey, anything can happen here during the Christmas holiday week, so hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves as much as I am. I did not enjoy myself watching that Georgia Southern showdown today with Appy State. I thought the revenge rematch spot, honestly, I thought the first half was disappointing. Not just from a score perspective, but like sloppy play from Appy State. Like they're running the ball, you're beating them boys up, and then all of a sudden you pass it in the red zone and throw a stupid interception on a wheel route. Oh man. And then of course I start watching some college hoops, and then I look back and I see, boy, the second half, they're just getting busted up. So I was not happy about that, but it's okay. It's okay. Did all right with some college hoops action here. We've got a full card this evening, literally across the board. A ton of NBA games, a ton of NHL games, a ton of college basketball games. Everything's all out of sorts here. I don't know what happened. Everything's out of sorts. But I'm going to talk to you guys about quite a few hockey games here. I've got 4 on deck between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Ottawa Senators. Interesting spots you need to know before you go make that bet. We're going to talk about the Sabres and the Blues. I got a player prop, same gamer for you, and the Kings and the Avalanche, including a 15 straight game winning streak. I've got the Sharks and the Ducks. Talk about that game, talk about the side, talk about the total, talk about a player prop to make them bookies panties drop. Then we're going to move into college hoops. I got some intersecting zeros for you in Oakland and Wright State. I got something you need to know about North Kentucky and Robert Morris. Do not bet that game until you hear what I have to say. We'll go Middle Tennessee and Houston, and then I'll wrap her up with 2 NBA games today. I got the Bucks and the Hornets and the Pacers and the Rockets. The narrative has changed. I forgot to put Monday Night Football on the slide. Oops. Of course, we'll talk Monday Night Football as well. Yeah. I think that makes sense. You're going to want to know what I got going on in Monday Night Football. We've been firing. Crushed those Saturday games? Well, not really crushed them, but live bet them. We did all right on Saturday, right? That Chargers game was a mess. Early, right off the hop, We stay disciplined. We stay committed to it. We live bet plus 10.5, easy casher, and then hammered that late game. Just fucking all over that late game, including live bets. Started off slow yesterday, 2-2. Then I went 2-1 and then 2-0 to finish off the evening in the NFL. So pretty strong day on the hoops front. Not so much in the hockey front. Not going to get too worried about it. Came right back from Christmas. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? The only good thing about that is, well, I mean, mostly dogs. Live bet all those spots in the fucking overtimes. Unbelievable. And then that Flyers game, to cap things off, it's 1-0, and then boom, it's 4-1. And like that fast, that much of an instant. So, anyhow, NBA has been treating us well. We will fire back again here tonight with a couple of really big spots here. In fact, a lot of these, I said this last night, I wonder if I'm becoming the sharp that they're respecting from a betting perspective, because it seems like my plays, then I get that report and it's like, oh, we're on the same sides. So it could very well be. I don't know. I don't know how they would be tracking my action, but it's okay. Track me all you want. I'm doing a free live show every day. Seems like we've been live a lot here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all this content that's being delivered. Trying to make that money, man. It's holiday season. The first of the month is right around the corner. Just a couple days left for 2025. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Seems like time flies when you're having fun, and fun we have been having. So anyhow, let's get to work for the evening slate. 7:45, we will be going live with our guy, Razor Sharp Picks, doing that thing that we do. So before we do anything, though, the most important thing you guys can do is show some love. You do that by hitting that thumbs up button. Smack it. We'll attack it. See if we can't find a way to get to victory lane here, you guys. But again, most important thing is that thumbs up button. Yeah, I got the game. I just forgot to put it on the agenda, Cameron. So I got you, my dude. We're going to talk about that game. Tell you where I'm putting my money. My money's been good to me. Hopefully your money's growing with you guys as well. So let's get the plays in the chat. Let's run down the rip. Let's see who's checking in with us here tonight, and then we will get to it. And let's move quickly here because I got a couple things. All right. Here's the deal. We got Blake in the house. We got Nicholas Handy here. We got Bobby Mack. The chosen ones likes the Spurs on the money line. Robert McCormick says, soccer was kind to me today, ready to keep it rolling tonight. Chris Manriquez says, back from the Bahamas, I need money. Me too. Bobby Mack likes Northern Kentucky. Plant-based says, good day, Mike Chosen One. Looking at the Blazers money line in the under 232.5. Irish Kings here. Stand on Vince says, get to the picks. DJ Hardy says, the NBA Orlando and Denver over. And yes, we will be talking the LA Rams game. Peter Gracia is in the house. We know DraftKings tails you. They sure do. DJ Hardy needs Finland here in overtime. A little World Junior action. And Cameron Sinnett likes the Rams minus 6.5. Okay. Shout out to Nasty Nate's checking in here. Says App State is garbage. I thought it was a good read. Bad outcome. I mean, look, they should have been winning that game in the first half. And then the third quarter, they got busted up and they couldn't do anything in the fourth quarter. So they came out flat in that second half. What are you going to do? They lost by 19. Fuckers. And I talked all about that video with the under. Under. And it went under. Stayed under. Clearly went under. Man, even Georgia Southern's quarterback was busted up. He had like a hurt hand. I don't know. That game looked like they were moving in fucking slow motion, though, didn't it? Like when you started watching it, it was like weird camera angle compared to, I don't know. Just felt weird. Just felt weird as I was watching it. But whatever. I thought I thought, but it did not go the way I wanted it to. What are you going to do? Anyhow, let's get to it. You guys know the deal here. I'm going to talk some action with you guys. I'm going to go right down the horn really fast. Oh, fuck. Of course, I download a slide that's got a little buzzer in the middle of it here. Looks like I got a giant mustache. Got one of them real long mustaches, real thin and long mustaches here. Columbus Blue Jackets, Ottawa Senators to kick this thing off. Let's see what we have. Let's, in fact, see what we have here. We've got Jack Reeves. Got Levi. Moneylines. Going to start on the other side of things for the Ottawa Senators here. 4-6 is Levi with a 3.42 goals against average. Jack Reeves, 10-9-5 with a 2.66 goals against average. I'm going to tell you this. You can't take Columbus Blue Jackets here. I mean, shit, even if they win, you know, even if they win, it's still not the right side. Two things. One, Jack Reeves is going on the second leg of a back-to-back. He is on the second leg of a back-to-back. He just played. So they won 4-2. Good spot. But when I talk about how you can't get involved with this team, they did have travel. Yes. Also, that travel was problematic. When that travel got them boys north of the border, they had weather delays. They had mechanical issues on the delay as well. So they didn't get in until today. No overnights out there. Emmers Leakins, you know, probably should be the guy, but they don't like him with his 404 goals against average. So ultimately for me, this is a pretty straightforward opportunity. I don't know what they're doing from a goaltending perspective all around here. Shouldn't have been this way, but it is the way it is. Man. I like goals. I like goals in this game here. That's the way I'm going to play this game. To pop this thing off. Over 6.5 goals for me in this game. Sorry, I got mechanical things going on here. Okay, let's move on to game number 2. Let's kick a brisk pace here, get this thing rolling, get that thing off the screen. The Buffalo Sabres, the St. Louis Blues will pop off here. Bear with me. I'll be right back. All right, Buffalo Sabres, St. Louis Blues game number 2 on the docket this evening. My bad, my apologies, but we're getting to it, you guys. The deal is a red-hot Buffalo Sabres team won 8 straight games is what you've heard out there, and it's because of strong play between the pipes. In fact, you know, a couple things I had to take a little reflection on here. Can't dig in and stay committed to, what's the term I'm looking for? Earlier predictions or not even predictions, but assessments, I guess, in terms of player performance. Because I've said before, Alex Leon stinks. But I've also said it takes these goaltenders at least until like 25 years old to really figure out their form. It takes a long time to adjust to the speed, especially from a goaltender perspective who's constantly getting barraged with shots on goal. But that being said, not only have the Sabres been playing fantastic, Alex Leon's been playing fantastic. In fact, he's got a 2.87 goals against average, pretty strong. And his last 2 weeks, he's up to a 2 goals against average with a 93% save percentage, 6 straight wins for this guy. Got to respect it. St. Louis Blues, points in 4 of their last 5 games. They're 3-1-1 as well. The problem is they're going to, well, I don't know if it's a problem or not. So they got goaltending issues in St. Louis. Joel Hofer's the backup, but he's playing like the number 1 because Jordan Binnington, the number 1, is playing like a number 2. I mean, it's literally that simple when it comes down to what's happening with the St. Louis Blues team here. 25 years old is that magic number from a goaltending perspective. And his past month, he's got a 175 goals against average, a 93.4% save percentage. Team not finding the wins, though. They're just 6-4 with this guy, but 3 shutouts in 21 starts on the season. So phenomenal on his own right. However, here, you can't ignore what's going on with this Buffalo Sabres team. They got a little magic right now. I think when they get to that 10 mark is when we'll start to pull back on them, right? Right now is not that time. They have that 8 mark. We got 2 more spots, I think, with this Buffalo Sabres team before we fade away on these boys. So I'm going to take the Sabres here. Kicking it off post-Christmas break on the road against St. Louis. Kind of situation for me feels like it's one of those low-scoring affairs. And if it's going to be low-scoring, I want what I think is the stronger team and, the team that's got more. Well, it's hard to say that St. Louis doesn't have a lot going in their direction right now. Maybe it's just a personal bias. I mean, I'm not a big Buffalo Sabres guy, but it's hard not to acknowledge the pieces that are falling into line right now with this team. And I'd rather back Alex Leon than Joel Hofer. And I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. So the Buffalo Sabres spot for me. I got the Sabres at -114. Also, give you guys a little treat. The Sharp Respected Betting Report came in today. Came in last night. It came in today. It doubled down on the Buffalo Sabres. So that's why I said I think it's me, because I bet the Sabres last night. I told you guys to bet the Sabres last night. And here we are. Buffalo Sabres make the Sharp Respected Betting Report. I'm down with it. I hope you are as well. Let's keep her moving. Los Angeles Kings, Colorado Avalanche are going to get this thing popping off here. The Kings, not so great at home. Now, this is one commitment I'll stand by, where I said last year they were too good at home, and this year they're due to have some regression on the home front. But the Colorado Avalanche on the other side of things here, look, what is it, 16 straight games in regulation on home ice? So they're just phenomenal. And when you put them in that moderate favorite role, they have won 15 straight times. So it's with reason that this team is just so goddamn good. Now, Colorado Avalanche are -245. I took a -1 on the Colorado Avalanche the other day at home, and it pushed. It's all right. But I decided I want to get after it. I want to find a way to fire. And so the way I'm looking to fire in this game is I'm going to take a player prop, and I'm going to add it to the Avalanche. Right now, Nathan McKinnon is that player that I want to get involved with. First and foremost, we're going to take the Avalanche. Can't beat them on home ice. I don't care who you are right now. And certainly the LA Kings aren't that team right now. Second, with McKinnon, I went to his points. It's a juicy point prop, but I got over a point. I figure he's the straw that stirs the drink. If Nathan McKinnon can be in any capacity productive, doesn't matter if it's a power play, if it's a special, any kind of shorthanded situation, just get himself on the score sheet. And he's going to get on the score sheet because he's a guy that takes a lot of shots. So his over 3.5 shots is the third leg. Colorado Avalanche, McKinnon to get a point and get 4 shots on goal or more. That came out to a +170 price tag. I thought this is a great opportunity because if it does go to overtime, look, it's the Kings in Colorado. It's a potential playoff matchup. Those two teams could battle fiercely with each other. But this way here, I get a chance to get paid. And that's what I'm here to do tonight. So that's how I want to get after this game. This is going to be a same game parlay. Plus, a lot of sites have boosts now. So that's no boost. That's unboosted. You can boost that puppy up, get 30, 40, 50% boost on top of that dollar. And that should be a 2-to-1 return by the time you boost that thing up and get to the bank with that. Nicholas Handy, he's checking in. He says he's got the Sabres. Irish King likes St. Louis Moneyline plus money. Okay. Irish King likes Colorado -2.5. I mean, that's the only way to attack it, but I always hate these little interconference battles. Nicholas Handy says under 6. Gooey McDougal's in the house. Haven't seen Gooey in a minute. Hope you're having a happy holiday run, Gooey McDougal. Let's move on to the San Jose Sharks and the Anaheim Ducks. All right, here's the game that I wanted to get involved with here, the San Jose Sharks and the Anaheim Ducks. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know what to make of this Anaheim Ducks team. I think they're going to be due for some regression. It's a young team. I talked about this before. A lot of players just kind of getting through. And now with this holiday break in store, this might be the time where you look to fade away on these guys. But, I mean, look, they're playing great at home. They're playing great all around right now. They're second in the Pacific. They were tops. I made that assessment and said we're going to have to start fading them. Since then, they've gone 2-6. So we weren't that far off. And they just they just got back-to-back beatdowns, 3-1 against the Kraken. Then right before the Christmas break, they get busted up 6-1 against the Kings. I just don't know if the Sharks are the team that I want to take on with them right now. They're a big favorite. Now, you know me. Should this team be that large a favorite? This team, these two young teams, to be able to go out there so confidently and say the Anaheim Ducks are a minus 180. And it started at minus 218, so it's coming down. It did not make the sharp respected betting reports, contrary to my thoughts that they just like to buy numbers. They're not buying this number. And they're showing you at a plus 1.5 on the San Jose Sharks side of things at minus 155. So I think this is a tight game. I can agree. I can get down with that. So the question is, how do we approach it? I'm not against anybody that wants to go take the San Jose Sharks. Not against them, whatever. I certainly wouldn't be taking the Anaheim Ducks. Now, some strong trends on the Ducks. I thought about the -1. Still a little juicy. I don't know. Am I struggling to talk and look at the same time? I keep scrolling back and forth and I can't find the spot. There it is. There it is. Yaroslav Askarov will start for the San Jose Sharks with a 3.35 goals against average. Lucas Dostal with a 3.01 goals against average goes for the Ducks. Now, if you're looking for another reason to want to get involved and fade these Anaheim Ducks, Dostal has not been having the best run right now. He's got a 3.01 goals against average, which is just about bag of shit status. He's got 3.84 goals against average his last 4 games. This is the regression monster staring us in the face. The Sharks, not scoring as many goals either. 3 or fewer in 4 straight. If you're not scoring goals, you're not winning games. They're 1-3. Anaheim Ducks have been outscored 9-2, as I mentioned, in their last 2 games. So the last time these two teams met, this was an over. These two teams battled. It was, I think the final, what was the final score? Let me see. 7-6 overtime. It was a Sharks loss. So they lost. It was the second game of the season. So, in all fairness, do they still recall it? Do they still know the deal? I don't know. But here's the way I went to approach this one. Because we know Macklin Celebrini's been phenomenal. He's been out there battling his ass off. Respect it. But he's not a good price tag. Game should go over. Neither team is scoring. So I went dumpster diving here. And I don't even know if it's fair to say dumpster diving, but Colin Graff, Graf. He's got 5 goals in 4 games. He partners up with Celebrini. Gets involved on special teams as well. And so if you're looking for a sneaky little angle, just a nice little plus money bump, this dude to get a point is plus 125. Any point. Doesn't matter what, where, when, why, or how. And so it created this unique opportunity to say, okay, look, you could really chase some plus money with this game. Not mad at anybody that wants to take the San Jose Sharks. Not for anybody that wants to take the Anaheim Ducks. But you could chase down and start with a 160 on with the San Jose Sharks. You get that plus 125 anytime point. Then go to Graf. Graf to score a goal is priced at plus 290. Anytime goal. There's 3 different ways to attack this game that should see scoring with a lot of youth explosion, all plus money stakes. And if you cash 2 of the 3, you're gold. My official play is going to be anytime point in that game at plus 120. I think it's a great parlay piece. I think you could parlay that with McKinnon to get a point Although McKinnon's point is like, he's over 1.5 at minus 130. So that's the way I would look at it. That's how I would approach that game. Irish King says Winnipeg can't keep losing, or Bettman will end the franchise again by the end of the season. I think it's a really good Winnipeg spot tonight. Irish King says Edmonton will lose with Picard in that. He's straight dookie. DJ Hardy says McDavid 2 points in Edmonton win. There you go. That's getting creative. Irish King likes the Sharks money line and Celebrini anytime goal is easy work. It's not that easy. Vancouver money line, no sweat bread. Boston money line and Geike goal. It's a lot of guys that need goals right there. You're trying a lot, in my opinion. It's a lot of goals. Although, hey, listen, we're getting to that point now. We're starting to see some big favorites out there, but I don't know, man. Short-term, long-term? Boston Bruins? You get the Boston Bruins at plus 115. Why do you want to compound that with a Geike goal? I don't know. Teach his own. I'm going to wish you luck. I'm going to root you on. I'm going to keep my eyes on it. And when it cashes, I'm going to go, man, Irish King told us that was going to get the job done. Okay. Let's see what we got. Stop Geo in the house. Is good luck tonight, my fellow MFing scumbags. Shut up. Stop geoengineering. All right, so that's the NHL slate for you guys. Bunch of games on card. I've got a bunch more over on the winnable side of things there. Games I've gone heavier on. Games, I love these games, played these games. I have a lot of these games tied into parlay pieces, but there are some spots that I did go a little bit heavier on. Some of my favorite spots are over there on the winnable side of things here. Let's go to college hoops. Let's bust open the old, man. I didn't realize with just a couple days off how much I missed college hoops. And we've been firing. We did all right. Did all right to come back from the break here. Had a nice close into the break. So I'm excited for the season. And matter of fact, I've got action going right now. Let me just take a quick peek. Peaky Blinders. Still haven't seen that. Man, I wanted to take Iowa. I was looking at that game all day today. Every time because of where it fell on the schedule. It's kind of like there was the morning game or the early games and then the evening games. And then Iowa was like punched right in between there. William and Mary up 60-44. That's the one that I was looking for. Coppin State is bad and they are getting busted up. Problem is sometimes these teams are so bad that totals become a problem. Anyhow, William and Mary, that's the one that we're looking for here. Oakland and Wright State, though, is the spot that we're going to start our evening card with. Some intersecting zeros, some trends for you guys. Trends are our friends. Until the end. And this one opened up. Oh, shit. There it is. 7 p.m. rotation order, 837, 838 on the card. Open at plus 2.5. It has moved to 3.5. That is reverse line movement against the Grizzlies. 57% of the bets and 77% of the cash. You know me. I like these smaller ticket count games. 162.5 has dropped to 159.5. And you've got 67% of the bets and 63% of the cash on the over. So we got over action. Get the lines coming down. We got Oakland action. Yet that line is going up. And so you got 2 6 and 7 teams. You will take note. Oakland has started off conference play incredibly strong. 2-0. Now, you can only play who's in your conference, but, you know, I think the big thing for these boys here, they busted up North Kentucky. North Kentucky, I'm going to tell you why North Kentucky is going to lose tonight as well. Thing for me is recent game. They just played a big battle against none other than Michigan State, and they lost by 9. So you got a team that's strong in conference, just had a battle with Michigan State. They sat on that loss for 9 days, itching to get back on the court through the Christmas break. And so I like a position like that. Now, not only that, but they're 16-0 when you put them in a dog roll. Total over 143 after being a dog. 16-0, 6-0 straight up. If they find themselves on a spread less than 6.5 points. So if they're a small dog, there's a really good chance they win outright. They're 3.5-point dogs. So I don't care if this line moved against us. That not only that, but look, Wright State, 0-9. If they're a small favorite, multiple days rest against a team that averages more than 7 3-pointers. They're 1-8 straight up in those positions as well. So I like Oakland. I like the Golden Grizzlies. I like the Golden Grizzlies to probably win this game outright. Wrong team favorite, spot of the night. Potential on deck here. But, you know, I mean, I guess there's some decent numbers out there. Caesar's got it hanging on 158. Vandal's got a 140. Somewhere in that range is a nice little plus money opportunity to tag it and bag it. Papa Ricky says, Pimp Slap, thoughts on the Vegas game? Yeah. I like, I get down with Vegas. I like their goaltending situation. Carter Hart, my boy. He got a raw deal. And the Flyers had to let him go out of an abundance of caution. That's ultimately what cost Cutter Gauthier from deciding to move forward with the Philadelphia Flyers. He's 4-1-3 to start out. 5 goals and 38 shots in his last game. That was against Colorado, though. So he's going to get back into form. He's 27 years old. He's right at that peak, and he's had a couple of years off. So he's only going to continue to get better. The Golden Knights have a good-looking spot for that game. So Jerry Davis says, Mikey had Iowa minus 18.5 leading, first half leading by 20 with the ball for final shot, but no live ball turnover to lay it up with 3 seconds for Lowell. Oh, man. Oh, man. Damn, that one hurts, huh? Hate when that happens. I found myself cutting down on those first half and full game spots, although there is one that I was considering this evening. Very much so considering here, but, you know, look, where is it here? Why can't I find anything I'm looking for today? I feel like it's only been a couple days, but I'm out of practice. Shit. We had Illinois minus 33.5 today. They won by what, 35? All right, you guys. I told you the deal here. I'm going to share with you exactly why I like me some Bobby Mo. Uncle Mo's distant relative, not so distant relative. I don't know. Northern Kentucky comes into this thing 1-2 in their conference play. Robert Morris pops in here at 2-1. And this one comes down to exceeding expectations. Probably the easiest way I could describe what Robert Morris has put together in terms of their package and performance here for the first half of the season, or first third of the season. We'll call it third, right? Looking down the line here, this one is rotation order number 829 and 830. It's a 7 p.m. start. 42% of the bets and 60% of the cash are moving in on Northern Kentucky. It's enough that this public road dog has come down from 2.5 to 1.5 points. Maybe you didn't hear me. Public road dog. Divisional game. Public road dog. Divisional game. Moving in their direction, I guess. I mean, I don't guess. I mean, I guess that's the positive if they are going to be a public road dog. 149.5s have not moved whatsoever. 66% of the bets and 67% of the cash have fallen in on them, fellas. So weird to see. Sorry, I get an update from the Twitter numbers there, and I'm looking. I'm like, where? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But if you are watching us over on Twitter, think about coming over to the YouTube side of things here and get all of our content that we're rocking on a regular basis. Although I did not get that one this afternoon. College football game. Was hoping to get there. Couldn't get there. Couldn't pull the trigger. But I'll tell you why I pulled the trigger on Bobby Morris. If Bobby Morris isn't expected in a blowout game, so normally we talk about between the threes. This one's between the eights. Plus to -8. Huge weather vane inside of there. Robert Morris is 20-0. Now, if you put Northern Kentucky between the threes against a team that allows more than 66 points, not sure what happens, but they're thinking there's going to be scoring. North Kentucky can't keep up. They're 0-10 in those spots. They're not just 0-10. They've lost 8 outright, 6 in a row, and they're losing by almost 9 points a game in those spots out there. So, Bobby Moe, money line play, good looking opportunity to get paid. Bobby Moe between the 8s, wide landing zone for Bobby Moe out there when they're just not expecting it to be a blowout. So, if you're looking at the line going, I don't know. Well, bookmakers know. Between the 8s, Robert Morris performs. And then if you go and you want, where you should know is why is North Kentucky in this situation? And when they're between the 3s, they get busted up. So that's my thought process on the North Kentucky Robert Morris game. We got one more in hoops, and it's my favorite spot. I don't mean my favorite spot on the card. I mean, like in general, one of my favorite spots. I got to be careful to say that because sometimes you guys will message me and go, I want to go heavy on one. Which one do you like more? Ooh. Excuse me. It's up late last night, drinking and betting. Where is this game? Where is game? Come on. It's that time of the year. So many games. Just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And stop. 8 p.m. Holy shit. 8:47, 8:48 on your rotation order. I told you guys I was going to start to try to incorporate those for you. So if you're scrolling and trying to find it on yourself, you know it's 8:47 and 8:48. Those are the numbers when you're looking on the sports books by game rotation number. Big number. 25.5 has moved to 26.5 for the Middle Tennessee side of things here. Should get knocked the fuck out against the Houston Cougars. 56% of the bets, 57% of the cash said this is too many points, and yet it's still moving against it. And the total's gone down from 138.5 to 137.5 to 136.5 with 61% of the bets and 60% of the cash. And it's one of my favorites. You guys know the deal. Houston at home against a shit team. Shut them down. Knock them out. Drag them out of the gym. In fact, I like that Middle 10 first half team total under. It's a low number. I think it was 25.5 when I got it earlier today. Now, Houston, 3 of their last 4 games have gone over. Now, last game was against Arkansas. That was at Arkansas, though. That's a tricky little spot. And Houston's just dominating right now. I mean, they're consistent. They're putting up 90 points plus in back-to-back games, 80 plus in 4 straight out there. Houston is on fire right now. Right back to Houston form. Houston doing Houston things. In fact, Houston so much does Houston things that they find themselves in the under. If they allowed more than 59 points, a total over 129.5. In other words, not expecting to be a very sloppy offense, low-scoring production. If that's the case, Houston's 65-34 to the under. When you put them between 136.5 and 145.5, 63-27 to the under. This is their sweet spot. And if they're playing an unranked opponent with a winning record, they don't overlook them. They're 30-6 to the under. 30-6 to the under. So I took the full game under. I really like the first half team total under. You got this ranked Houston team fired up, beating the shit out of everybody. 6-0 at home. Tough game against Arkansas. They got on top of it, and because of that, it opens up that opportunity for us to take a look at this under. Zigging instead of zagging right now, guys. Get on that thing and smack this under with me in the Houston Cougars game. 136.5 is fine if that's all you can get. Let me see what I officially got. 136.5 for me. 136.5 is my official number on the Houston Cougars under with Middle Tennessee. 2 games in the NBA, then we'll move over to the NFL and we'll put a bow on this show. Much appreciation for everybody that's joined in here. Chris says, any chance you go live tonight? There's a 100% chance we go live tonight. 100% chance we will be live at 7:45 p.m. or thereabouts. And matter of fact, it's 1 hour from now. Mr. Weskers, I'm telling you, what happened? Who's using foul language? Shut the Markel. Chris has hit the like button. One of the things I do want to make sure I do is take the time when I see our members, our guys in the green that are supporting the squad, they're asking for a game. I want to take some time to recognize that and give you guys my thoughts on it. That is the least I can do to say thank you for helping support and grow this community, you guys. One hell of a crowd we're assembling here. You guys have been doing a terrific job with the polls on the community post. And in general, showing up, rocking out, representing, getting the comments on the videos. All that stuff is so much appreciated. I try to respond to all of them. You guys know the deal. Jerry Davis says, Mikey, no, Houston, Arkansas was New Jersey. Yeah, I just meant that they weren't at home. Did I say they were in Arkansas? My bad if I did. But I like that they're coming back home. I like that even more. Anyhow, Mama coming home. All right, let's go to the NBA, you guys. I told you I had to make some adjustments. Got to take some time to reflect. And this is very important. I've heard me say it before. If you don't take time to sharpen the saw, you can't keep cutting down trees. Blake says Rangers tonight. Sharp perspective betting. Likes them Rangers. That's a tricky one. I like the under in that game quite a bit too there, Blake. Since you're asking, I'll share it with you. Rangers are playing good puck. Can't deny that. Can't argue what's going on with them boys. Them boys. And I don't mean them Cowboys. You got Igor Shesterkin. I think it's a good opportunity to pick on him. You got Brandon Bussi, but Brandon Bussi's 12-1-1. And you probably got a more relaxed Bussi in this game because Kochetkov going to go and be out for an extended period of time. So this guy kind of came in. It was him and Frederick Anderson when Kochetkov got out of this thing with the lower body injury. But now he's going to have a surgery. He's going to keep him out long-term, which means this guy doesn't feel the pressure. And at 12-1-1, he's not feeling the pressure anyways. I like the under in this game. I mean, look, they lost 2-0 to the Islanders. Teams off of shutouts do like to come back and fire. I think the under's a good look in that game. Carolina, 1-3 in their last 4 games. Did beat the Red Wings, but in all fairness, the Red Wings won last night against Toronto. Overtime win. One of my 2 overtime losses yesterday. Black Santa's is singing the blues tonight. Blues Moneyline. All right, you guys, when I talked about this the other day, I said, my challenge, and I was vocal about it. I'm not here to read the newspaper. It's not why you guys come in here. We try to make assessments and decisions. Try to use the information. And then the difference here is how we apply. It's applied learning, right? It's critical thinking. It's taking all the data that's out there and connecting the dots. And sometimes it's wrong. I said, Giannis, it's got to be a fuck in the locker room. This guy's coming in with his entitled, I don't want out of here syndrome, and everybody else has got to sit around and deal with this guy. Well, guess what? Giannis came back and said, fuck you. Posterizing dunk the other day. Did a windmill dunk in the last few seconds out there. And what did he say? I want to motivate my team. They need an attitude adjustment. And so, as true leaders do, once in a while, when things don't look so good, you see them specials step up and handle the cause. And so I was wrong. I shit on Giannis. And when I saw him go out there and showboat and beat him up, I said, you know what? Okay, Bucks, let's see what you can do out there. Now, the Hornets are the punching bag that's in the way right now. They sit a game and a half behind the Bucks. You're not going to stop. They allow 118.5 points a game. You ain't stopping Giannis. Milwaukee's 4 games behind the Sixers for 6th place. So it's win now to stay in contention mode, and your superstar has woke the fuck up. So with that being said, I'm taking the Bucks. You can take them at I got -2.5. It went to 3. Now it's sitting at 3.5. Still okay with it. 51% of the bets and 52% of the cash. So it's a 50-50 spot with a lean to the Bucks. And I think I get it. And now not only is there that lean to the Bucks, but the books are moving in that direction. So I expect them to go out there and handle business. Excuse me. Excuse me. The totals moved from 226.5 to 227.5 with 87% of the bets and 87% of the cash on the over. But I like what I saw. I like somebody that's, again, you know why I don't like Kevin Durant. You're not going to see Kevin Durant do that kind of shit. He's going to ask to go on a new team. So will James Harden. But not Giannis. Respect. Appreciate what he's doing out there. And how about this game? I got a 15 straight winning streak for you guys in this one here. Pacers open up as 14.5 point dogs. They've moved to 13.5 points. Yet you've got 54% of the bets and 54% of the cash on the Rockets. Love coming in for the Rockets. The line coming down against them out there. The total's gone from 221.5 to 222.5 with 93% of the bets and 95% of the cash on the over. Now, how do you attack a game like this? A 6-26 Pacers team? Is it a tank fest? Are they swimming in the old tank bowl, trying to get themselves a good draft pick next year? I think they are. Pacers just came off of shutting up Cleveland 117-100. Pacers got busted up at Miami 142-116. No defense, plenty of offense. Some of these guys are coming back and getting healthy. It's the spot we cashed on last night. This is the one that got our friend all upset. He was a little sensitive last night. But it's the shit team factor. Shit teams off a road game. Well, who's the shit team? Shit team is defined by a team that's under 500, coming off a road game, have won 15 straight times, including the LA Clippers last night for an easy win for us. I'm going to take the Pacers. I'm going to take the 13.5. I think that's plenty fun. Plenty fine, plenty of opportunity for us to get paid in that spot out there. And remember, it's won 15 straight times, so it's got to win number 16, right? Only makes sense. It's only right that it figures out a way to find that thing and get her up there for us. Let's go to the NFL. Last game for me on the card. I'll give you guys the splits. Tell you a little bit about what I'm thinking for this game and how I'm going to attack it from a side perspective out there. A lot of I don't like when people project with the unknown. In other words, saying, what are we going to get out of Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua? This is the second highest total line for a wide receiver in like the last 10 years. Expect Puka Nacua to be playing out there and fucking. Question is, with a total that side opened up at -3, it's moved to 7.5. We know it's Kirk Cousins' effect, so we can explain the line move. Penix, Cousins, downgrade? You know how fucking fantastic I've been at calling these quarterback changes. And I think it's too many points. You're going to give me a 7.5? I mean, if you could only get to 7, so be it. But it wouldn't surprise me, A, if the Atlanta Falcons came out and won this game outright. B, if you look at the Los Angeles Rams, they just played the Lions. That was a big win for them. Then they come back and they've got Seattle, and they were winning that game. But, second half of that game, they just kind of let it go. They kind of let go of the reins and just rode it out. Total's climbing from 46.5 to 48.5. And the question I have, can the Rams stop the run? That's going to be the problem. If they can't, they're in trouble. Kyron Williams should go out there and get a touchdown. He's obviously a real good look from a side perspective out there. He's still plus money too. So you could plus money that guy with the point that I gave you on Gruff. Get yourself like a 2.5 to 1 type of payday. But ultimately, I'm just looking at this game saying, if you're the Los Angeles Raiders, or Rams rather, Los Angeles Rams, geez, got to get that right. You're looking at an under. Sunday night football, Monday night football. If you played Sunday night, now you're rolling into Monday night. The unders are 98 and 58. Should be a lower scoring game. Wouldn't surprise me if we see this thing end up shooting through the back end of the number, though. But I just want the 7.5 in the back pocket, thinking It's too many points. It's flat out disrespect because Penix wasn't having killer standout season. That's kind of the equation, right? I've talked to you guys about that before when it comes to how do you evaluate the quarterback change? It's already baked into the number. And so when the team sees, Dale says, you can't call a 6-26 team a shit team. What would you call them? What would you call them with a 25% win rate? Anyhow, I think this team on this Atlanta Falcons side is just being a little disrespected with a number like this. I mean, look, I think guys like Drake London probably going to be my touchdown scoring prop. Kyle Pitts has found himself to be successful. And Robinson is that ground threat, 2+ out there. I mean, I guess the more I talk about it, I could see scoring. But I'm not buying in on the Rams is 7.5. After two of the toughest games on the schedule for the season, now you're traveling all the way across the country after going to Seattle. And you had short turnaround in there. So, I mean, they had a little bit of extra rest. I'll give them that. They haven't played since that Thursday night game against Seattle. That was a 38-37 game. And that was the one that, you'll remember, 2 interceptions from Sam Darnold. And in the second half, he had like a less than 6% chance of winning the game. They went all the way down and won the fucking game. How about that? Isn't that a Rams type of situation? And the Falcons, back-to-back road games, back-to-back wins. 29-28 against Tampa, 26-19 against Arizona. An opportunity on primetime Monday Night Football to show up and show out. That's the way I'm going to get paid with the Falcons at +7.5 tonight. If you can only get a 7, that's cool too, but I think that's a good look. David says under ? 51.5. I got to sit on that for a little bit. The Rams on the road are 6-1 to the over. If it's a running game, it should be the Falcons pounding it out. And then Matt Stafford going zip, 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 trying to get those quick scores back on the board. Let me think about it. Let me see what it looks like out there. But let's put the bow on this show, you guys, because 7:45, we will pop off live with the squad, giving you guys Monday Night Football. We'll be talking all about it. Falcons and Rams. Come back. I'll let you know about my total on that spot there, David. Appreciate everybody that's been a part of this show here this evening. Hit that thumbs up on the way out the door if you have not. And I'll be back here tomorrow, 6 p.m., same time, same place with Pregaming. Give you guys all the looks to try to beat the books. Have yourselves a glorious